there are many people who outsource payroll today, either through a third-party provider or they're using products such as Suite and outsourcing to EmpowerTax. EmpowerTax is a very full-service tax filing outsourcer, and we're just providing the interface between Sage HRMS Payroll and EmpowerTax, right? So this isn't EmpowerTax itself. But basically what you do is you once the system is configured, you run your payroll, you then go to our utility, you say I'm going to do a pay period or a monthly or a quarterly or an annual submission, and then you're passing all your pay data to Empower, and then they take it from there. If you're used to outsourcing payroll, then they're going to do what you would expect. They're going to make sure that everything is paid and filed in a timely manner. There's one difference about the EmpowerTax. They never really take possession of your funds. They cause the transmission of the paying of the tax to be done the day the tax is due. So they never really take the money from you like some services might. But real simple thing once it's set up, and setup isn't too terribly onerous. We've done the rest of the payroll cycle. Now we're ready to have somebody else handle our taxes for us. So the final step in the process is you just have to send a file over to EmpowerTax. So we're going to go ahead and put in the check date, the start date, and the end date. And what's nice about this is that this will, if I had, if I put in my start date as the day after my last check run, my last regular cycle, and suppose 3 days after my regular cycle, I had to cut a paycheck. Now, the way this works, and it is by design, you can run this as often as you run a payroll. But if you're doing a really minor little payroll and you really don't want to have to transmit and submit the taxes on that particular day, then if I put in a few weeks ago, 2 weeks ago to today's date here, if I did one minor little pay run in between, it will pick it up as though it happened today from a taxing standpoint. A little risk with that, but a lot of users actually like that feature. So you just put in those dates, and we just have a default output file, but you can have those in browse to find a different one if you need to. We're going to have one for your pay period, a quarterly, a U.S. annual. You've got some reports that you can run as well. It's quarterly audit report, annual audit report. You can look at individuals' information as well, and you can look for missing data. We've put in some audit runs that really look for things that we know that Empower is going to call you about, so that you can just be proactive on that. And that's all it is to it. I mean, you just literally run this file, and then Empower. You go to Empower and you say upload, and that's all there is to it.